Hey guys, this is the Writing Prompt channel. Here, we take posts from Reddit and read out loud the best stories with the help of a bot. Enjoy this amazing story. The Writing Prompt by user Lord of Sun 55. You thought it'd be funny to buy yourself a Doctor of Thaumaturgy diploma to hang on your wall. For the hell of it. The morning after it arrives. However, you wake up to realize that not only are you now capable of magic, but you also understand how it works on a doctorate level. Here is the amazing story made with the help of the prompt by user Solhima. Oh, of course, I'll just manipulate the gravitational energy to move the thing over to my room. No need to carry it up, I said as I opened the door. The postman gave me a look. Whatever you say, boss. Can I just leave it here? Then, quote, yeah, sure, go immerse yourself back into mediocrity. Mortal, I said. What the hell did you call me? He said. Mortal, I said. That's what you are, aren't you? Just another mortal? Quote, what? And you're not? He said. Not for long, I said. But I'm just getting stared. Listen, mate, I can break this package for you right now. If you want, he said. I think you'd find you can't. But that's beyond necessary, I said. Here, a little tip for you. Now be gone. What tip? I don't see any money in your hand, he said. Check your van, I said. He looked at me, breathing heavily and eyes fixed on me. Is this some kind of joke? Quote, oh, absolutely not. Can't I even be nice anymore? Quote, I said. He walked into the van and primed it. When his eyes widened, mate, my battery's completely charged. How do you do that? Quote, that's your tip, I said. Thanks, mate. That'll help, he said. Sorry about the package breaking I mentioned. Oh, you're forgiven, I said. Have a nice day. I went up the stairs to the 7th floor which my apartment was on and into my study. The package floating harmlessly behind me. It was just a simple manipulation. Nothing too difficult to perform for someone of my caliber. I opened the door and floated the package over to my desk, leaving it to rest before I set about finding my army knife. Where the fuck is it? Quote, I muttered to myself, and closed my eyes. It would still have my wife's warmth on it after she'd used it last night. Where are you? Quote, I heard a wiggle beneath a pile of clothes. It's so like her to leave it there and forget about it. I removed it from under the pile, and opened the package to find a thick wooden frame, and a piece of paper encased in it. Doctor of Thaumaturgy. I read it out loud. What's that, honey? My wife said from the door. Oh, just my diploma arriving, I said. Feels good to finally have it written down what I've achieved. Diploma? Didn't know you ever finished anything than a programming course, she said. Look at it, I said. It's black on white. Didn't you just buy the piece of paper from the internet and have it framed for you? She said. You can get thousands of those online, just like that. Wait, did I? What? Quote, I said. Don't you remember the hard years I put into this? The many hours I lost fine-tuning my understanding of magic. The whole life I've wasted earning this. Quote, with your salary. I think it took you about 45 minutes to earn this, she said. With shipping. That's not what I am. Honey, you're probably still half dreaming. You need a big cup of coffee and you need me to have my way with you, she said. Her voice descending to a whisper. In bed. We don't have time for that. Quote, I shouted. Look at the building. It's defenseless. How did I ever live here without any sort of defense in place? I need to talk to our neighbors. Set it up. It might take days before it powers up completely. It's horrible. Quote, you could have just invented a headache. You know, she said. That's what I do when I'm not in the mood. Take care of yourself. Mortal, I said. I have bigger things to attend to. Mortal? Honey, what the fuck? She said. Who are you, even? Quote, Joshua Calvin, the third of my name. Doctor of Thaumaturgy, I said. I earned my doctorate not 10 days ago. How do you not remember this? Quote, Josh, she said. You're Josh. You're my husband. What's my name? Quote. I paused. Stella? Quote. Are you asking me what my name is? She said, gasping. Yes, I'm Stella, and I think I'll go sleep with my sister for a few days. The one whose last name is still my legal name. Yeah, whatever, I said. More time to focus on the important things. She kept screaming at me, but I paid little attention. I created a dampening field around myself, enjoying the silence while I thought about what I needed to do. Get some books, get my thesis printed, and probably start setting the anti-magic defenses around the building up. There weren't any other mages in the building. There can't have been, or else we'd be well defended already. No, I was on my own. And that was a blessing in disguise. I didn't have to talk to my neighbors to set them up properly. My wife slammed the door to the apartment, and I let the dampening field down to focus on what needed to be done even more. I looked at the blueprints to the building, eyeing how much had to be done, and how much energy I'd need to power the defenses up and keep them up. Once I'd performed the calculations, I set to work on crafting what would be the anchors for the defenses. They needed power, and the power needed somewhere to be input for something of that size. I thought I'd probably need 8 for a building the size of ours. 1 in each corner. I had to descend back into the world of mortals to get the amount of silver that I needed to make the anchors. But it didn't matter, nor did the charge in mortal money I incurred. Of course, obtaining more mortal money was as simple as manipulating a few electrons on a few servers. Easy. Night fell when I got home with the raw silver, and overnight I poured my energy into heating it up and molding it into 8 identical pieces. Triangular rotors which would focus the defenses and cover our building with the mazia. I didn't sleep, but I didn't need to. All that mattered was that I defended myself, my wife and our neighbors. We couldn't stand unguarded. With dawn breaking, I went down to the ground floor and placed 4 of the anchors in the ground, before moving to the roof and placing the other 4, fixing them with simple energy straps. They'd stay fixed for long enough. With the anchors in place, I returned to my 7th floor apartment and remembered their locations. My energy through the Mazira building defended. Suddenly, the sky turned as black as I'd ever seen it. Not even a pinch of light found its way through, and I had to resort to turning artificial lights on. When I opened my eyes, the window in front of me shattered and sent me tumbling to the ground. A large, armored and masked figure appeared above me. Just because you understand it doesn't mean you have the knowledge of how to use it properly. In accordance with the law, the figure, a male voice, said, "Doctor." He stomped on my face with his boot and the pain overwhelmed me into unconsciousness. Our solo archives for more of me. The end. Thank you guys for checking out this channel. Please subscribe, like and share this video. See you in next one. Thank you and goodbye.